Hello everybody, Bradley here, and welcome into a brand new Deity Let's Play on the channel, this time by your request. Thank you guys all so much for all the YouTube comments. A lot of you guys have requested a Deity Cleopatra culture game, so that's what we are going to do today. When this channel got started and we started playing on Deity, what we did for our Let's Plays was port a lot of games over from Twitch. And so if you were at the live stream, you could watch it live. If you were on YouTube, you could watch the stream VODs there. What I want to start to do is make separate content for YouTube and for Twitch. You guys have seen that over the last couple of weeks with our How to Win series that we've been doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday over the last couple of weeks, as well as some tutorials along the way. So it still stands. If you want to check out the Twitch live stream, I'd love to have you there. We play Civ a lot, link in the description below. But if you want to be on YouTube and that's your thing, we're going to do games specifically for YouTube and see how that goes. So this game, as Cleopatra, will just be for you guys. It was not on the Twitch stream and will be edited like we edited our turns 1 to 100, 150 to victory series that we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy this gameplay. I hope you learned something. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below. Links to everything is in the description below as well. I've had a few people ask me about the Discord recently. If you are a Twitch subscriber, you have access to the subsection of the Discord where there's a specific area for subscribers to be and hang out. We are also starting to do Civ save reviews there, so Twitch subscribers are being able to put their Civ save games in there, and then live on stream, we will go over their saves, chat about what they're doing right, chat about what they're doing wrong, those types of things. And I wanted to make that available for you guys as well. So I've set up a Patreon. That link is in the description below. For all the supporter levels of the Patreon, you will have subscriber access to the Discord as if you were a Twitch subscriber. So if that interests you, if you want to throw a couple of bucks at the channel to kind of keep it running and keep the channel producing new content, you can do that in the description below. And then you will have access to that section of the Discord as well, along with a few other perks. Otherwise, let's stop talking and let's head into a Cleopatra culture game on Deity. All right, we are loaded into a Cleopatra Deity game on a small Pangaea map. Everything else is either random or standard. We also have Secret Societies mode enabled and Heroes and Legends mode enabled just to spice up our life a little bit. So if you have a version of Civ that doesn't have those modes, a lot of what we talk about will still be applicable. A lot of what we show you will still be applicable, but I just think the game is more fun, especially I'm like almost 2,000 hours into it, if I have a little more of the fun modes enabled as well. So Secret Societies and Heroes and Legends are enabled. And then Cleopatra, if you want to pause the video and find out what she's really good at here, she can kind of go culture or domination, whichever you like. We're going to do culture this game. The reason why we picked culture is because we've got a lot of requests for it in the comments over the last couple of videos. So I thought Cleo culture, it's been in the YouTube comments a little bit. We'll give it a go. She's really good with trade routes, which is really nice because you need to get trade routes to everybody in the game in order to get that culture boost and tourism boost, which we will talk about later. She has a really good early unit if you want to defend yourself on Deity, which is awesome. And her Sphinx unit here gives faith and culture and appeal and a whole bunch of good stuff. And we will learn about that. She also does not receive flood damage, which is awesome. So you'll notice when you spawn it as Cleopatra, you'll be near floodplains a lot. We're not going to worry about that. And she produces districts faster if you build them next to a river, which makes our start really nice. We can settle in place for a 2-2 settle with a 2-2 tile to work. No need to move. Lots of floodplains around. You can use the settler lens to find all the floodplains. Lots of places for us to build districts. You can imagine putting a government plaza here and just littering this with districts, so we'll do a little bit of a plan shortly. But yeah, let's settle our city. You have a bit of a choice here whether you want to head animal husbandry into archery or mining into your chariot archers. I think it's more fun to go chariot archers for us just because we are Cleopatra, and why not? One of the things to keep in mind too, if you're playing on a lower difficulty, you probably don't need to go straight into archers or chariot archers to defend yourself. You can probably head up to campuses or holy sites or whatever floats your boat. You probably don't need to rush either of these two things, but we do on Deity for sure. We found double diamonds over here, which is really nice. Gives us another good spot to settle over here, potentially. Gives us a luxury resource to have for ourselves and one to trade. We also had a scout come and find us, which is really annoying. So we're going to have to go and clear this encampment. But if the scout makes it back to his encampment with the intel about where Rakadet is, we're going to have some barb troubles early on. We have discovered our first hero. We will talk about heroes a little bit later once we find the ones we would like. But if you have the heroes in Legends mode, you can head into your hero section here. I'll tell you all about the heroes that you can recruit. We'll be building monuments later to start recruiting some of these heroes for sure. Not a first meet on Singapore. Someone else is in the area because we did meet them first. Constructing a campus is a pretty easy quest to do. In terms of our first governor title here, I really want to go Void Singers. I think that's probably the one we're going to go with. I won't be able to build an old god obelisk quite yet though, so we are going to head towards Pingala first just to help us catch up right away with the science and culture. There's not enough chops for Magnus really, at least not yet. This double horseman spawn is rather annoying. Let's see if we can get rid of these boneheads. One thing to note is that Barbs cannot take your capital, so I am not worried here at all. Pretty easy choice to take Discipline. Pretty easy choice to take God King. We still need a Pantheon. Well, this is fun. I'm having so much fun. All right, we have Garrison here. That's the best promotion you can get if you have a situation like this. So we are going to grab Garrison and call it a day. We're doing a lot of damage to these guys. We're getting a lot of promotions. I'm going to keep this warrior here to escort this settler. We found furs over here, so maybe we can get rid of this barb camp eventually as well. But double diamonds, furs over here, lots of good resources for us to work. And are there any floodplains? And some floodplains down here if we want to take advantage of that. Killing these barbs has been a really character building experience. Everyone's getting promoted. Everyone's having a good time. This is a bit of a shambles though. We did find wine over here. This is just such a treasure trove of luxury resources. I think it's about time we started on our monument just in case we want to build some great people. Also, once we finish the monument, once we get Void Singers, it's going to turn into an old god obelisk. It's going to turn into one of those things for us. I think I want to settle on the diamonds here. We are going to be really, really concerned with appeal as this game goes on. Having high appeal is going to be useful, hopefully for Earth Goddess when we get our Pantheon, but also because we're going to need to have a very high appeal to attract tourists to our empire as part of our culture victory. So I think settling on the diamonds saves us from having to build a mine. That way we just need to build the one mine down here to get the second diamonds instead of having to do both. We're about to boost early empire by growing our empire to 6. In 4 turns, this will be 5, plus 1 is 6. So that'll be a good boost for early empire. And then we'll head up and grab our Sphinx after that. As you can see, early traders with Cleopatra give you tons of gold. I'm going to do a bit of a barbarian patrol here to make sure this doesn't get plundered if I can help it. But I just really value the early gold that this gives us. So I used our gold that we had in the bank to purchase a trader. Found the Giant's Causeway. Would be much nicer if we were doing a domination game. But hey, also we found Maui. Maui's sick. We'll probably recruit Maui. We'll talk about Maui if we recruit Maui. But again, I'm seeing a lot of good stuff up here. You have a good 2-2 tile to settle on a Plains Hill. Another 3-2-1 tile to maybe work from that. If you did want to build an encampment, oop, I see a Gilgamesh. That's definitely a Gilgamesh. That's a Gilgamesh. I see Gilgabro. All right, we're gonna have Gilgamesh in this game. Gonna grab Connoisseur in Pingala. If you upgrade into Void Singers to get your old god obelisk while you're working on a monument, it'll stop the production. So instead of wasting this production, I'll just upgrade both of them in the next governor title. Oh, is it Wilhelmina?
My man.
Welcome in, Wilhelmina. I got you confused for a minute. I got you confused. Not gonna lie, though, colors are very similar. Let's send a delegation to Wilhelmina. We do still want her to be happy with us. Sending trade routes is a huge part of a game as Cleopatra. You need to be happy enough with everyone that they will accept trade routes from you. Earth Goddess is gone, which is really, really sad. So I guess our next best options are +1 culture from plantations or +1 culture from pastures. I think I did a quick count, and I think there's going to be more plantation options for us than pasture options for us. So we will head into +1 culture from plantations. Our next settle is definitely going to be over by the Giant's Causeway. I'm not so fussed about the era score, but I am a little bit fussed about allowing Wilhelmina to expand down this way. If we settle a city over here, that'll kind of block her path down, give us an easy trade route up. Hopefully she doesn't get too mad at us, but I think if we want to settle a city down here or over here or over here, we can kind of do that anytime. There's no one really blocking us from that as far as we can tell, but we might get blocked off from this city. Also, we do get a lot of era score from going next to Giant's Causeway, and you can put a holy site next to the Giant's Causeway for a little bit of extra bonus, and that might make up for the faith we're not getting from Earth Goddess, so I think we'll head over here on the whole. One of the things Maui is really, really good at, and one of the things he can do is he can go to unowned plots of land and add resources to those tiles. So as you can see, we do have a lot of tiles here that aren't very good. They don't give us a lot of production. So what we can do is we can recruit Maui here and send Maui up here to make this city a little more viable for us, make a city down in the desert maybe a little more viable for us, maybe with the Petra. But he can take some of these unowned tiles that might not be very good and make them a little bit better. And so I think we are going to recruit Maui. This is all new territory for me. I don't know if this is going to like help or hinder a culture game, but we're trying it. We're doing something new here. Now, before we use Maui, we need to plan this out. We don't want to put Maui on tiles that we are otherwise going to use for districts. So I'm going to plan out another city up here, do some district planning here to see what makes the most sense, and I will be right back. Now, when you tack out options like this, it's just a basic plan. The next thing we have to add is our sphinxes. We have our sphinxes soon. We need to make sure those are being added properly too, so we're going to have to do a little bit more planning. But for right now, I think the best city to settle is here. If you take a look at the settler lens, you can't settle up here because Singapore's in the way, which is lame. So I think if you put a city here, there are some tiles around that we don't own yet that we can put some sphinxes on, or I guess near the river the sphinx has to be, so that's fine. We'll work on the sphinxes in a second, right? But this gives you a good government plaza where both cities can just put a bunch of districts around it, and I think that makes the most sense for these two cities here. All right, so ideally you want to build the sphinx next to a wonder, or next to, where is it? +1 culture built on floodplains. You want to build it on floodplains, next to a wonder, or both. You do not need to build your sphinxes on rivers, though. I was thinking of the chateau. That is my bad. But I was also thinking of the floodplains that give it a little bit of a boost. So before we send Maui out to add some resources to tiles, let's throw some sphinxes in here and see what makes sense. All right, I have a basic plan now. I don't want to go too much farther than this, just in case it all goes to shambles and something else comes up. But we have a couple sphinxes here. I think if Temple of Artemis is still available, this should work. You put Toa down, you get your 2 theater squares next to Toa here in Akitaten. Toa needs to be next to a camp, which we will get from the furs right here. And then this city, wherever we settle it up here, we'll be able to make this sphinx, this theater square next to the Toa, and we shall work from there. Gonna grab archery now so we can hopefully build the Temple of Artemis. We hit a Dark Age. I am not fussed at all about the Dark Age. If you're gonna hit a Dark Age, this first era swap Dark Age is the best one to hit. So when you use Maui like this, he will add a resource to this unowned empty plot here. We know we want to put our districts on different plots, so this one's fine. What makes Maui really, really good is this resource could provide a little bit of production maybe, but also it can give us a luxury resource that we might not find on our continent, helping with amenities as well. So let's do this and see what we get. We got more olives. It's not what you want. It's certainly not what you want. But hey, it was fun. That was a fun, that we clicked a button. It was fun. Yeah, it was totally fun. That's exactly what I was hoping for. All right, take number 2. Hey, it's fine. That's a little better. That's a little better. Chariot archers are in the house. This should help us take out this encampment over here. And then Maui is a bit of a world beater as well, so Maui can come and take out some of these guys as well. Well, maybe not against the swords. He is quite good against the spearmen, though. Either way, we're going to get a resource here, and then Maui can run around and hurt people. Marble. Fascinating. We're going to settle here. Bit of a loyalty conundrum because of the Dark Age, so we can't settle much closer. Still within 2 of the Giant's Causeway, so we should get the era score, hopefully sending us into a heroic age. Also next to a bunch of really good tiles to grow. Having loyalty issues means we are going to have some troubles over in Thebes, so I think we're going to have to grab Magnus here just to be a little bit, just a wee bit defensive over there. It sucks because I want to grab these old god obelisks, but hey, you win some, you lose some. That'll give enough loyalty until this grows a few population to even it out. We can start on our government plaza now. That's kind of the linchpin to the whole district building over here. Uh-oh, big flood in Groningen. We can be friends with Wilhelmina now, so we definitely want to do that so she doesn't come and kill us. I think that's a great place to leave it for this first episode, though. We're about 54 turns in. We have 3 cities. I always try and get 3 cities by turn 50, so we are on track for that. We have a bit of a plan. I'm a bit sad we didn't get Earth Goddess. Transferring this fully into a culture game might be a little bit tricky, but I have faith we can do it. We have some builders on the way. We're going to buy some builders. We're going to start really improving our land in the next episode. Once this government plaza is done, we might be able to start getting a few more settlers out and finish colonizing our area. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to catch us stream this game live, that link will be in the description below, along with links to our Twitter, our Discord, and our Patreon. If you would like to be in the subsection of the Discord, I know a few people on YouTube have asked how you can get into the subsection of the Discord without having a Twitch. I've set up a Patreon there that has a few little perks and bonuses if you want to support the channel that way, and then you will have the role of the subscriber in the Discord as well if you want to check that out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.